It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for another exciting episode of Tiny Meng Tuesdays. As always, I'm one of the hosts, Diamond Dave Wheeler from Heel Turn Radio. With me, as always, is my lovely co-host, the Minneapolis Madman. I avoided saying effervescent this time. Matt Lind. What's up, dude?
Well, that's Lewis. That's you got some. Now I'm blanking on the word. Crap. Anyway, right. Alliteration.
That works.
Hello,
and our
you
very
dudes, give me the
special
to
guest this
Hello,
week.
live. Hello.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh.
hey there, buddy.
Hello.
It's the Super Thunderfrog himself.
Hello. Hey, what's up? Do I need to move?
Well, you're good,
move
man.
to a better internet spot, or would
I don't know, man. It's the frog cave is glitching out, man.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
What?
Hold on. It's me trying to sit.
Yeah, baby.
Background radiation, man. It's a bitch.
Yeah, man. Every time
Very rocked
ever
up,
since
very
you're on
cool.
Atomic.
Can you see?
You got it, man?
Hello, everyone. Hello.
Hello,
Live,
Froggy.
baby.
Yeah,
Toys,
buddy.
toys.
The
Can you hear
magic
me?
of live entertainment, right?
Okay, you can't.
Oh, there we go.
Let me go closer to router. Hold on.
Okay.
All right.
But that's hold on.
Okay, audio only. There we go. He can just.
He's getting it fixed. The Thunder router was
Yes.
having some malfunctions.
It's tough. I mean, they don't pay superheroes near enough. I hear.
Right?
Good here.
They protect us from all the bad dudes. We need to help those guys. Especially one of the amphibian variety.
Well, sure.
Well,
Who else is going to protect you when you're in the water?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Aquaman.
Right? Well, until Froggy gets back up and running, Matt, how's it going, man? What you been working on? What's new with you?
You know, it's life. It happens around us, and sometimes it's good, and sometimes it's Anyway, surviving. What am I working on? Since last week, when I had, you probably won't even be able to tell the difference, other than that I took the parts off. But I essentially took all of the light green paint off of this
Interesting.
You psycho.
and repainted it because I was not happy with it. So
It looks great.
it's coming along. It's getting there. It was too chunky. I didn't like the chunkiness of the paint. So
Right on.
I know. You should maybe not be on the internet though.
Right on. Yeah. No, this week I have just the weirdest plethora of parts and customs that I'm going to be working on because it's a little bit of everything. Helping a friend out with a project that he wanted. He found this rather nasty Ninja Turtle it's a lovely Ninja Turtle figure, but it's a little
you're
worse.
showing it, Dave. You want to switch your?
Oh, right. Haha, good.
See, Dave is producing as
Right.
well as customizing. So I'm here to just kind of, I'll be the man in the chair a little
Yeah.
bit. Say, hey.
So for those that are just joining, Super Thunderfrog is having a couple of technological issues, so he should be back on here in a little bit. I figure he'll pop his video back on when he's back up and running. So we'll be there.
Hey.
We go.
Is this
Hey,
better?
baby, how's it going?
Is it
Hey!
better? You know, I
Oh, yeah,
want
you're
to be
clear
next
as
to my
a bell.
toys. I want to be next to the toys, my guys, my dudes, because I want to show them off. But now I'm in another room, so that's internet. The router's all the way in another room, so that's just crazy.
It's looking good. You retired to the library. That's all.
Yes.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
Stately Frog
That's
Manor.
it. The library, yes.
Yeah.
Where
Right.
it's where all of not really magic happens because I'm horrible at reading. That's
That's
why I
right.
love toys so much.
Right.
Yeah, dudes.
Man, I bumped into this Nordic
hey, look,
guy
happy
the other day.
316.
Ooh,
Nice.
yeah, happy
Oh, yes.
316. Oh, hell yeah. Ooh, that's beautiful.
It's very nice, very nice, very nice.
Is that vintage or is that a repro?
Oh, that's vintage, all right.
Yeah, buddy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, I was a big Edge and Christian mark, so I got like the Edge and Christian basketball jersey. Not nearly as
Nice.
impressive.
Nice. Very. Oh hell yeah!
yeah,
Stone
buddy.
Cold Crabman.
Snake arms.
Snake arms.
Rattlesnake, yes. He can. I should give him some beers, actually. He can have snakes drink the beers.
Yeah,
I would
very
paint
nice.
those.
You could shotgun a beer like nobody else with snake arms. Just saying.
Pop the fangs right in.
Hey, Froggy.
What's up?
I bumped into this big Nordic dude the other day. He left this behind if you need it.
Oh wow,
Just saying.
Wow, it looks real light, not very magical, but
just saying.
You're just picking that thing up.
That's a matter of opinion, I still have not found new hammers, so everything's on the table right now. Maybe I can sprinkle some magic dust on it,
Right on.
Some magic keef and whatnot, and smoke it.
Magic.
Yes, very cool.
But yeah, man,
you picked that thing right up, no problem there, Dave. I wasn't aware.
I know, but my buddy couldn't pick it up. I don't know what was up. It's just
that seems real. It seems real sept. I'm not sure about that, man.
Strange times. The pink beanie. I think the pink beanie adds something. I don't know.
Power.
So Froggy, well, we got you here. We're talking toys. You can see all our stuff in the background.
Very cool. I mean, if we get down to business, I can bust out some of my favorite. If we go down the line, I love all wrestling toys. You got to believe that. It's ever since Little Tadpole, ever since my first little Ultimate Warrior with little green Hasbro trunks, that was everything. I did throw it down flight of stairs, but sometimes the matches get a little out of control.
Which warrior was that? Was that like Bone Crunchers or was that?
Hasbro one. Green trunks.
Right on.
Is that the spring-loaded
line? Yeah,
torso one.
Yeah.
The body slam.
Yeah, man.
It's very cool. Very cool. But yeah, it's been a love. I love toys. It's gets me real rocked up. Best thing on earth.
Yeah, man. So on the show we do customizing. Matt's working on something right now. I'm working on a couple customs.
Very cool.
I guess we'll start off obviously we're talking about your Hasbro Ultimate Warrior. What was Hasbro's the one that got you into the wrestling figures and whatnot?
No, because I was still very young, Tadpole. It was actually the Bone Crunchers, the Jack Pacific Bone Crunchers. I believe I want to say my very first toy that I chose that I remember was Vader.
Right.
And boy, it was magical. He just looked so cool, and that I was hooked, and then from there it was all I ever wanted. If you're gonna bring Frog gifts to show how much you love Frog and respect the future Thunder God as he's young Tadpole, you would bring me a Bone Cruncher WWF Jax Pacific. I love it very, very much.
That's a chunky figure
I have
too.
Vader. I'll show you Vader.
Yeah, man. I always loved that Vader because he was svelte compared to real Vader, so it made him look even more imposing.
We didn't have the budget for a new tool, so I'm sure.
Dude, because they used that for a couple different guys.
I paid attention to the Jacks at the time. I saw them on the shelves, and I was always should I get these to use as goons or civilians or whatever with my Toy Biz?
Yeah.
Marvel stuff, and I was always just kind of these are just the sculpts are too soft.
Yeah.
I never did pull the trigger. I think I ended up with a couple of the Toy Biz WCWs, but
I came in on the tail end of Bone Crunchers and
sorry
I
for
love Bone
leaving.
Crunchers,
I'm trying to.
Oh no.
Sorry. I just I figure I'll grab some cool things and it's
heck yeah.
I'm sorry, you jumped in on Bone Crunchers. That was your
Yeah,
first
my
line?
buddy had a ton of Bone Cruncher figures. My folks initially weren't too keen on wrestling, so like my brother and I, we didn't have too many wrestling figures outside of we had a Hillbilly Jim LJN
Oh yeah.
and who else was it? We had Nikolai
I
Volkov.
still don't like LJNs. Like
Oh,
you know, if I collect and like my collection, if I collect what like I like, I buy only the wrestler. If I like the wrestler, I'll buy toy. If I'm a fan, I'll buy toy. I'm not, you know, crazy like I must get the complete line of. But I would like the complete line of Bone Crunchers. Yes,
yeah.
they're very cool. And I'm also getting into classics right now. But LJN never
Nice.
did it for me, you know?
The funny thing was, like Nikolai Volkov sat in like the box of toys that we had, but Hillbilly Jim, like for the longest time, I didn't realize it was a Hillbilly Jim. I legit thought it was an action figure of my uncle.
Oh, amazing.
So like yeah, like he partied with Spider-Man and
Very cool.
like all the superheroes.
Yes.
But
Like, yeah.
you know, we didn't get into the Bone Crunchers. My buddy had a ton of them, so like he had all the tables and chairs and stuff with him too, like the battle pack.
See, I had like rules, like, you know, when I had little, you know, friends come over and would play with the toys and they want to play with my wrestling toys, I said, okay, you can only do wrestling matches. Your hands must be under the ropes. You can't have them over the ropes because that looks dumb and that's not how it looks. Hello, very rocked up.
Yeah,
You
buddy.
must have, you know, you can't do this smashing. No. Like all my toys were in great. Like I fell in love with wrestling, with the toys before actual wrestling. I believe, you know, I love to create the matches, you know, and maybe that's why I beat up bad dudes now. You know,
Right?
It's just it's in my little heart.
I brought a few guys up here because like, again, since I got in more towards like the Titantron Live and R3 stuff, like two of my favorite figures, in chronological order, I guess, right there, the hardcore champion.
Oh wow,
Crash Holly, and I couldn't find his original hat, so he's got a ECW hat on from.
That works. That works.
I'm sure Paul.
See,
Paul
my whole thing with the Titantrons and that whole line, they all looked very barrel chested. They all had this like, "Hey, cowboy, make my day," and look like they're all drawing for weapons and guns. You know?
Yeah. Well, friggin' Crash Holly, first member of the Bullet Club, right there.
There you go. Bang, bang. Very cool. Well, let me show you. We were speaking of Vader. I do have a single Vader, but it's from a different Jack's line. The second line is bad guys or bad dudes, and it was the name of the line. So I got the Vader from the first line, but it's in double pack, and it's in a double pack with some of my favorite. One of my favorite matches, Vader and Shawn Michaels, and this right here, I absolutely love. And that Vader was my first dude to the collection, and he's very cool. And the Shawn Michaels was very mean to Vader, though. You know, like I feel like if Vader saw this, he would be like, it'd bring up some type of feeling, you know.
Yeah.
You know? But it's very cool, and I think the coolest thing, I loved the packaging. Because look, you got Vader's like
logo
logo.
Yeah.
You know, they don't do that. They don't do that. They you know, and then you got Sean's, and that was like a part of the video games. It was just so very cool. And the best part of this, it was the first, I believe, two pack. So look, there's nothing on the
no
back.
Backing. That's
no
awesome.
Backing. No advertising. No nothing.
Weird. That's crazy.
Yeah, I love it. I just thought I saw this and I was like, this is for me. Wow. And,
buddy.
That's very cool. Very cool.
I don't know if it's a misprint myself. I'll grab it actually. I'll let you guys entertain yourselves.
Joe K11 in the chat put, I'm still reeling from the Dr. Death Steve Williams Bone Cruncher.
You know, I've seen that Dr. Death, like, and I wish I would buy it, like, but you know, money does not grow on trees in this galaxy. but it haunts me. I see it everywhere. It's like nobody wants, and I see it mint in box all the time, everywhere. And it's like, well, sorry. And I love Dr. Death, but I think he got knocked out, and that was
because a bunch of people said that figure, they thought he was going to be such a bigger star than he was, because he was in the, what was it, the Brawl for All?
Brawl for All.
And he got knocked out.
Yep, that's
I
right.
think they had kind of
that was
him
the end, And they and then they turned him into a joke with JR, and kind of that was the end of the Dr. Death, And I was a big fan, In Japan, he was big hoss dude.
He was terrifying in Japan.
Is the Jax Executioner still the only Terry Gordy?
Yep, I believe so. And
that's a shame.
I had that when I was a child, when I was young, Tadpole. I had that, and that it came in a. I don't know if they even sold it single. It came in a box.
I think it was just that box set. Yeah,
the Buried Alive box set, which is very cool because out of all the toys to play with and put matches on, my favorite was Mankind and Psycho Sid, probably.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
That Mankind
moved very well.
He had the missing tufts and everything on him. The tooling for that figure was insane.
Yeah, it was
it was beautiful.
Yeah. I love that they did that with the Mattel too, where you can literally pull out a clump of hair.
Yeah,
it was such a cool feature.
Dude, the Bone Cruncher that I remember the most was it. I think they were called Slammers. They were the ones with actions to them.
Yep.
Oh,
they
okay.
kind of bring back the Hasbro deal.
Yeah.
Which I always hated.
Well, all of them had karate chop that my buddy had. Like my buddy had.
I don't like my toys dictating what I do.
What was that from? Sorry.
No, I was saying I hate toys that have action.
Yeah.
It's like they're dictating what you should do in the play, and I'm like, they're in the way. And it's always a big old button,
I never liked it as a kid. I've been in toy stores, or toy sections, I guess. Toy stores don't anymore.
Toys R Us coming back though.
I hope so. But I've literally heard parents ask their kids, like a kid's got an action figure in the hand, and the parent is like, "What's it do?" And it's like, it excites their imagination. Just freaking buy it for them and let them make up their own damn story. It doesn't need to do anything.
Let them be happy.
It can't just be a doll. That's like some ingrained uber stupid machoism probably too. Like you can't just have a doll that has to do
something. Does it shoot something? Or
well, I'll show you something that did everything for me. This right here is later in the line.
Ooh.
Oh.
But this is, I would have to say, this is this is a grail to me. I love it very, very much. Blueberries are Owen Hart's, rest in peace. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. I love it. Even though they did use Patriot's head for it, I believe.
Yeah.
They
just repainted it.
A very magical toy, and this is bone crunching deliciousness. I had two at one time, and the dear friend has the other one. I hope they still have it because I wanted that.
Yeah, dude, that luchador head sculpt, like the masked head sculpt, I wanted to get like so many of those because I'm like, I want to like, even as a little kid, I was like, I want to paint these guys. I want to make everybody.
Very cool.
But there was always those figures, like I mentioned earlier, I'm a big Edge and Christian mark, and so like the one figure that made my dad go, "What the hell is that?" The R3 Christian.
Wow, let me see.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
that's screaming.
Mesh shirt.
That guy, he looks wild. It is a shirt. It's just
like, or he laid on a grill, and that's why he's screaming.
He came with DDP.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
He came with a DDP back in the day, and it was awesome.
Hilarious.
Ooh. Oh.
There you go.
And why?
Joe in the chat, love that Blazer favorite version of LOD in bone crunching action form. What would be your LOD, Froggy?
Oh, favorite version of LOD and bone crunching. I believe there was the LOD 2000 that I thought was really, really cool, and it had helmets, and I don't have that one. But it has to be the first set with the red shoulder pads. I believe.
Oh yeah, you gotta go classic.
Yeah. And I do love they started making the blue shoulder pads in like other lines, but man, I love that one, and it was fun to play with. Yeah, they had real wide legs. The Godwins were fun to play with too. Now
the
we
rubber...
talk about LOD and then breaking necks and stuff. That was like that actually made me buy the toy of the Godwins because I wasn't a big Godwin fan, but then like it added so much stank on it. There is that one Godwin toy out there with the Confederate flag out there.
A figure of its time, that's for sure.
Yeah, oh yeah, they got those.
Griff in the chat poses a good question, Froggy.
What's up, baby?
When are we getting an Atomic Super Thunderfrog figure?
Hey, dude, right into AEW because right now I believe they make the best toys. I mean, some of those toys that they are dropping, like I just got a good friend of mine, Orange Cassidy, freshly squeezed, and I think it's gorgeous. And I think they have some real cool toys. The Santana and Ortiz. Oh, look at that baby! It's gorgeous. I haven't decided if I want to open it or not because I love it. I have all the other friends of mine that have toys. I have them open and they're all together in their little crew. And I'm like, you're so beautiful. I don't know if I want to take the box. But it's a very cool toy. The Blood Brothers, the Blood Team.
The ringside
exclusive. I have that and I love it, and I think it's probably one of my favorite and coolest looking toys of all time. I really believe that. Like wrestling, in my world, I think it's on another level. And the fact like let's put blood on the toy, like, all right.
Oh yeah, no, I knew they weren't going to do it, and they showed it off today, and of course they didn't. But the Ultimate Flair, I'm like, I would love if they just did a Crimson Mask Flair
with the bloody hair.
It's Mattel. They won't.
Wow. Don't tell my queen, but I just picked up that Stone Cold Ultimate pre-order because I was like, happy 316 day to me because it was very cool.
No, you won't need another.
It will be my first Ultimate. I haven't truly liked the Ultimates. I thought it feels too much of a gimmick to me.
The one that got me was the Edge, just because it has one of the coolest things. Whoa, I'm gonna knock down a bunch of stuff. The coolest thing about it, because they've never done it, is he has articulated arms in the coat.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
It's such a simple thing, and it's like it took till now.
But does the coat come off?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got swappable arms.
Oh yeah, switchy arms.
Yeah, so you can pop off the arm.
I get that, and I like that's why I think the Ultimate's kind of cool, very cool. But I was like most of the faces on them aren't the best. Isn't that weird?
They look worse than the Elites.
Yeah, and it's like it's outsourced to like a different like company, a smaller like we're gonna make your Ultimates, and I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's so weird, and I will say the women.
Mm-hmm. They're very good. They're very good.
They look better than the Elites, in my opinion.
I agree.
But all of the men, their head sculpts are worse.
I hate Hulk Hogan forever and ever, and I hope he.
That's fair.
On something. Anyhow,
pasta.
It's very cool. It's very pasta. Yes, that's good. It's very very
choke
good.
on a fucking thunder mixer.
I'm trying to find. There it is. There's the Ultimate head, which still cracks me up.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that's amazing. How about the new Edge they just dropped with the basically translucent green shirt? It just didn't look right. I was like,
yeah.
Maybe try to stay too true to like what it looked like. It was very weird. I was like, "What?
Go a shade." If you don't have
makes it look
which I know you do,
it makes it look. This dude look like he's well layered. Like
yes, Absolutely.
Well, and that awful HBK too, with
Oh
his
yeah, and that's
swollen
like
head.
almost a rib. Like he didn't even want to come back, and
Yeah.
and they're like, he's like, my last toy should not be this.
I did see a bunch of people saying he looks like Nick Gage. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true though.
It looks more like Nick Gage than it does Sean.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's weird,
The one I'm hoping for, because the rumor is with the second AEW line, they might start doing multi-packs, kind of like the battle packs.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And whatnot too. And so the 2-packs and stuff is such a cool thing. And they were always talking about Brody getting, an exclusive of some type. And I'm like, I want him to have the dog collar match. 2-pack.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Because I've shown this off on the show a bunch of times. This is my custom AEW Brody.
I've seen that. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I would also be in favor of a Brody 2-pack with -1.
Oh, that would be great. -1 or John Silver.
Oh, wow. That would wow. That would be the wildest selling toy.
Oh,
yeah. I'd be so curious to see if they do it just because he's a minor.
I know. I don't think they could
they'd have to get
unless the mom literally the mom can agree and say I get all 100% profits of these.
They probably do that anyway.
They made a toy of the little boy from Jurassic Park.
That's true.
They got toys of the Stranger Things crew. It's money. Money talks. Anything.
Yeah.
And they could reuse the tooling for Marco Stunt, so it's a win-win.
That's very true. It's too buff for Marco. Dude, but if they made -1 with his mask, the new mask has me popping all the time.
Yes.
No, it'd be so cool if they did.
Absolutely.
But also 2-packs just makes me hope that we get Chucky and Trent.
Oh hell yeah, best friends.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
The first triple pack.
Oh man, a triple pack of Best Friends, a triple pack of Lucha Express. They have a lot of threes in AEW.
Yeah, well, that's all it is. And now, even now, some of the threes have broken into 8.
Yeah. Well, MJF new stable.
Yeah, they have quite stables, which is entertaining. It's fun, you make it a team sport. That's what you're doing,
Hey man, if we're getting 2-pack,
adding something extra.
If we get 2-packs, Top Flight.
Well, hell yeah!
Fingers crossed.
Absolutely.
No,
Top Flight.
They're working their way up the ranks, man. Yeah. Eddie would be awesome.
Yeah. They'll have a toy. They'll have a toy.
Yeah, dude.
Amazing. Absolutely.
So the funny thing is, I want a Kingston, and then I want to put him with LAX. I love.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's hey,
I
have that.
That could happen one day.
Dude, I have that Hernandez from back in the day, from the TNA Toy Biz.
Oh wow!
Very cool.
I don't own a single Toy Biz. It was Jack.
Oh, the TNA, the Jack's TNA. Yep.
Yeah, it was towards the end of the line because that's also how I have Jay Lethal. Was what they did one with his Black Machismo headband, not the full on rainbow checkerboard, but he's still wearing his headband.
Neat. Wow.
Yeah,
I never. I don't know. I think I never got into the TNA toys. I think it was probably angsty teen time in Frog's life, and I was like, I'm not buying toys. I'm getting that weed, and I missed out on a lot of cool toys.
Dude, I remember. The funny thing is, I remember exactly where I got those two because those were the last TNA figures I ever bought. And I went into a Walgreens to get cold medicine, and I walked out with 2 TNA toys instead of cold medicine.
No, that will make you feel better.
Right?
I have to say, a Thunderfrog very guilty sometimes of, buying toy and not, buying milk for grandma. Or
things. Yeah.
Buttermilk, right?
Yes, absolutely. She has to have very much buttermilk, and if she does not get, it's very, very scary.
Yeah,
But
man.
sometimes you take wrath, for very cool Shawn Michaels Saudi Arabia show toy,
Oh boy.
which
Oh man,
should be a collector's item. I'm waiting
Right.
for what's the first company that will have a toy that comes with a mask, a medical mask.
Oh, Super
Whoa.
7. Super 7's gonna have that the major pod, Brian Myers. He has
Uh-huh.
his entrance mask on
Oh yeah,
that he started wearing for the pandemic.
that's cool. Yeah, I feel like that's a bit of history. Like, do you remember this?
I was
This
gonna
is
say,
when
right?
this was when
Fisher
half the
Price is
world
doing
died.
some too. Yeah.
The fact that no like Wrestling Superstore or any of those companies haven't put out like a 6-pack of medical like of masks to put on your figures.
Oh
That's
yeah.
easy money.
Oh yeah.
It's a flap and elastic.
Yep. Come on,
Figures
Reed.
toy company will do it and it'll suck. So.
Yeah, they'll come out in 7 years.
Yep.
If they're hand stitched, little baby,
Oh.
little baby mask.
Yeah,
Very
man.
cool.
Oh yeah. So
go ahead.
on that Vader 2-pack from earlier, I got this.
Yeah.
This was the package from the Chase Kyle O'Reilly.
Oh yeah.
And normally I would just throw the packaging away. I don't keep it. But I got this one. I looked at the back and I'm like, that doesn't seem right. And I haven't seen another Chase O'Reilly to know if all the Chases have no bio
Weird.
or what. But
Weird.
Super strange.
yeah, this is like the only Elite I've ever seen where it's just like a. So yeah, it's just been sitting. I'm like, I'm not gonna throw this away yet. I don't. It's a box. So who
Yeah.
cares?
No.
I mean,
I keep all my boxes.
it's just a
weird.
weird.
If I open them, I keep the box because they'll get.
I did that for a while with some stuff, and then I was like, it's cardboard.
Yeah,
That
at
was-
least the like elites. And now I slowed down on buying elites, and like now I concentrate on finding toys of yesteryear.
Heck yeah, going
you know,
vintage.
Speaking of backs, I picked up the Rocky Johnson toy, and
Oh man,
it just has a bio and it just has him, but he's not in the line with nobody.
Oh,
Which is
really?
weird.
Yep.
And have they
No,
done that
'cause
with other toys?
They have. He's one of the. So they've got every wave, and they alternate between Walmart and Target.
Uh-huh.
They do a store exclusive chase.
Okay.
So, and Rocky was the one from, I don't know, what is that, Elite 80, I think.
Something like that.
And so he's a chase, so only Target gets him, so they don't put him on the back of the packaging. So right now, the newest one in stores, I think, is probably Mae Young.
Okay.
In Elite 82, and she's a Walmart exclusive. Same deal with her. It'll say like, collector's edition or something along the bottom, and it'll just be them on the back.
Yeah.
I know a lot, you guys are big wrestling figure fans and whatnot. I saw someone in a group post up a picture that someone was putting on the Mae Young figures a 3-pack, like a 3-pack sticker because she comes with spare hands.
She comes with two.
And I was like,
kids.
oh, that's not cool.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
Ooh, electrifying one in the chat. You might know him better as Leonard Literacy.
Oh,
Says, hey,
hello.
Thunderfrog, you're one rocked up dude.
Oh, you rocked up, dude.
Keep it great up. Great. There you go.
Yeah, I don't know what that one means, but
Oh,
I will.
the figure packaging.
Oh
Keep it
yeah, I like
no.
that. That's
No.
I buy toys for me. It's a passion. So I'm not up on the lingo. So I am dipping more into like auction worlds and like that kind of stuff because it's fun. Just to see what's around.
Anybody who gets into this hobby to make money off it is in for a rude awakening.
Yeah, exactly. But with that said, things are skyrocketing right now because everybody's collecting. Everybody's locked in their homes, and they're like, "I want to buy all the toys that I owned when I was a baby." And
toys and trading cards.
Everything like
the trading cards. That's freaking bonkers.
The blue Blazers going for a lot. Like there's everything. A lot of things I bought because I bought them because I liked them are all of a sudden now worth money, and I'm like, very, very cool.
Yeah.
But it's like oh, it's up now, and then I'll go down, and then I won't sell it. So it's fine. They make me happy. I stand in there and I brush my teeth and look at all my toys and just
Nice.
They're all right there.
they're all
The
right there, you know.
the
Inspiration, dudes.
yeah, man. The one that got me, like, when I was in the toy aisle, and this was, I guess, last summer, was the Ghostbuster
Oh, the
WWE
retros?
figures.
Oh, oh
Those
yeah.
are very cool.
Just because it was like, this is a crossover I did not know I needed.
I
Like,
love
'cause
yeah.
I love the crossovers. I love that the branding of WWE toys. They do a pretty good job. I mean, for the most part. And I like the Ninja Turtle one.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know,
Those are
I only
fun.
have the Ultimate Warrior, but like it's real fun. Then they do the He-Man.
Yeah, those He-Man
Um,
ones have been
and then
Yeah.
they
a
have
lot of my time trying to find those.
yeah. Oh yeah, people love them. See, like, and that's the thing. Like growing up, the crossovers don't really mean anything because all I ever liked was wrestling. So you know, I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, all right. You know, I got the Ultimate Warrior one as a gift, so I was like, oh, thanks. But you know, or you know, Ninja Turtles, like, you were playing with Ninja Turtles, I was playing with wrestling toys, so I don't know
Oh,
what
yeah.
this is.
Ooh. Electrifying one pops up. I need that rock from that one too.
From
The
yeah,
TMNT crossover, I think.
oh,
Or are you
Oh
talking
yeah, I forgot they did a
Ghostbusters?
rock.
they did a rock.
Yeah, they did.
Hello.
Raphael was the rock.
Was it Dot Raphael? Some of
Yeah.
those character things didn't really make sense to me, but I suppose most of the wrestlers would be Raphael or Michelangelo. There's really not many that align.
Yeah, or
personality-wise.
Donatello.
Yeah. I have
They,
two
they
of them. I'm
bring
a huge Turtles nerd.
Genius back just to do Donatello. No.
I have the two Mikeys from that WWE Turtles crossover, and they're two of my favorite wrestlers though too, because Mikey was Hot Rod and
Yep.
he was Macho Man,
Oh,
and I was like,
yeah.
"Woo, okay." He already was my
Very-
favorite turtle.
I don't even know who Ultimate Warrior is.
Ultimate Warrior was Donnie because he has the tooth gap.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Hilarious.
So Frog, if
Yes.
they were going to do a Super Thunderfrog toy, what
Yes.
format would you like it in? Which of any toy wrestling toy line, hell, toy line in general? Who would you want to do it in? What style? You know, bone crunching action, storm collectibles, like, you know.
It would be Jax. Oh man, Jack probably. The series after Bone Crushers, all the classics. I'll show you my
Oh, yeah.
favorite.
That line was
Ruthless Aggression. That's because they were classic superstars, which just turned, what was it, 18 years old this
Oh, wow.
year? Yeah, Jeremy Padower posted it up, and I was like, "What? That wasn't almost 20 years ago." And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, I guess it was."
And that was such. I mean, that line was so comprehensive.
Yeah, no, it was insane.
Other than you know, they're the real big holdouts.
Mach was a holdout, and not Warrior, Owen were the two big ones that like never unfortunately got one.
And then,
all right, I got two classics.
Then,
and yeah, I believe these would be the best Thunderfrog because they had the best props. They had like real clothes, like the Sabu had the gold pants. You know.
Yeah.
They just looked really, really cool. They had really fun. Each packaging had a lot of love. Like this one right here, the deluxe version, Ravishing Rick Rude. I bet
that robe won't turn him purple either.
Yeah. Huh?
I bet that robe won't turn him purple either. Like the
no, it was Jack.
Just did.
Who knows what's underneath that robe?
That's true. That's not to
I will never know. But like it's cool. The whole line is cool. Each line was always cool. Like when I look at the back of these, I'm like, wow, I would take every single one of these dudes. They're very cool. Yeah, that would be the perfect super. And this is my all-time. It's one of the grails. One of my favorite wrestling personalities and storylines of all time, which made me really just fall in love with wrestling. This classics, right?
Oh man!
And I think it's just beautiful. rich history, and the fact that this had nothing to do with the WWF.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it had.
but it still got made.
It's just nothing to do with the WWF.
Well, that is
and they
great.
made it.
The great thing about that classic Superstars line. You got Bruiser Brody. You got you did Abdullah. You know, it's like guys who never worked for.
Yeah.
WWF.
Well, I hope they got those. I hope they got those checks, but they're very cool. No, they're just in the detail on them. Like Andy Kaufman's unibrow is it's unreal. It's they're very, very cool.
The funny thing is that neck brace that comes with
there and Harvey Whippleman. Come on, what a line!
So the neck brace that came with that figure is still in those like ringside like hospital packs.
Oh, same.
It's the same patterning.
I've got that neck brace from the wheelchair set on my Heenan.
Yep. Nice. Yeah, and the Giant Gonzalez figure that came out, there were two different versions. One was flocked, so he was like furry.
Oh, gross.
Which was kind of gross, but amazing at the same time. Yeah.
I have to see that.
And his lovingly airbrushed ass crack.
Wow.
Someday, Froggy, when the world isn't burning, we'll go out toy hunting and have some fun.
Let's do it, baby. Yeah, we can go to Walmart because I'm not allowed to go to that place.
Right?
I mean, right now I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah.
So some hidden gems in that classic Superstars line. Joe K in the chat says Brody, Terry Gordy, Dr. Death, Abdullah, and happy belated birthday to Classics, which turned 18 this year.
That's just bonkers.
Wow.
And also never tell me how old things are because it makes me feel old.
Oh yeah,
it happens to all of us.
I'm wearing like a 20-year-old jersey right now, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's unreal.
Because of the snow coming down here in Minnesota, it's freaking cold in the basement, so I'm in a hoodie still.
Oh yeah.
The only
painting the toys.
It'll melt tomorrow. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I didn't even bother shoveling. It was gone. It was gone.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love the Minnesota ups and downs, babies.
Oh, always.
Very cool.
But yeah, man. No, we were talking, with some of. So this is Mindy March. So the whole idea was to get a bunch of Minnesota indie workers and whatnot on here. So our first guest was Russell Rogue.
Very cool.
And coming up, not next week, but the following week, is the King Zebra himself, Uncle Rob Page.
Oh, right.
So
now
we were
got a very cool collection.
Yeah. He and I are actually making the adventure over to Wisconsin for Live 7 for the Major Pod.
I don't even know what that is.
It's the Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins. Now Matt Cardone and Brian Myers, they're doing a live show over with ACW.
Oh, very fun.
Yeah, so we're gonna make the trek over, and that'll be kind of my first trip out, since everything. So
yeah, good luck, Godspeed. Wisconsin's living it up.
Yeah, we're gonna do our best. What?
That's April.
Yeah, it's in April, so it's still a ways out, but we're gonna have a hell of an adventure. So
yeah, maybe pop onto the Vaccine Connector and tell them, hey, we're gonna go to an ACW show in Wisconsin.
Yeah,
and they'll be like, oh, you guys are the top of the list.
Yeah, right.
Come on in and get the poke.
Yeah, I got my first dose. I'm ready to get rocked up.
Nice.
Changing this year round,
Mm-hmm. For the
that's
better.
Exciting.
Very cool.
That you're off to the races on that. I got a couple friends, teachers and such, who have started down that road themselves. It's nice to just
it's very exciting, and it'll happen. It will happen. It will happen.
Well, and just for me to not be like, I don't have to worry about them as much anymore.
Yep, exactly, and that's my whole.
I don't want my friends to get hurt, and I want to be able to see them and not hurt them too. So that's it's win-win.
Yep.
And I'm hoping because it's not till the end of the month. So
that's why Thunderfrog loves Earth, the humanity. Right. When it's there, it's magical, baby.
Every now and then we get it right.
Yep.
once in a while. Also helps now that there's a plan.
Yes.
Cool.
Bit, bit by bit.
Who would have thought you would have needed one of
So,
those?
what are you dudes working on right now, huh?
Well, so blah, blah, blah. Matt is working on. You're working on Chance again, right?
I am. I'm working as the Spider-Man villain.
Chance
Chance.
the Rapper?
Yes. This predates. This is one of a couple different chances that exist at Marvel. He's
all right.
Yeah. And then I've also been painting this Black Knight.
Very cool.
And then we'll see where I land on those projects. I might start in on Transformer at some point tonight.
Nice.
You know, the young boy that grew up next to me, actually he wasn't a young boy, he was quite older than me, was big into painting figures, and I thought it was the coolest thing, and this looked so meditative and just so peaceful. I loved it. I always said, I'll do that one day, but never picked up the brush. Very cool. We're just one start.
You know the right guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say now's the time, Froggy. We'll do a starter course sometime.
I absolutely would love that.
Heck yeah.
Well, and I know because I gave him a big box of them that Dave has parts that you could use to practice on.
I have my Tubbo parts in the other room. I have a bin that legit I basically go through and I find parts and stuff and I go, okay, I'm gonna make this, and this, and then I put it in my project bin so that I can before the show I can grab stuff out and work on it.
Wow.
So right now I'm making a zombie turtle for my friend. So I've been working on the sculpt and doing that. So that'll be a lot of paint
Donatello?
after. Raph.
Yeah, because they killed Donatello. Remember that?
Yeah, they brought him back.
They brought
him. I mean, he brought himself back.
Wait, is that in the
IDW?
Oh, the IDW one.
Yeah, he got smashed by Rocksteady, and then he transferred his mind into Metalhead, and then he was able to.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, then he was able to come back and get transferred back. They were able to save his body. Fugitoid actually was the one who technically saved him.
I haven't read that yet, so now you've ruined it for me. Thanks.
I'm sorry. It happened like 6 years ago. I thought I was.
No, it's fair. That's on me. That's on me. And it's comics. So nobody dies.
Because Froggy, I know you're a fan of the 80s and 90s. This was a project from a few shows back.
Oh yes. How many of those you have on your list these days?
Oh wow.
I'm up to 5. I think I just finished my 5th one, so I got to ship that one out soon. I got 2 more to do at least.
Eating that up. Have you done like a Harry and the Henderson? That would be fun.
Yeah, not yet, but I'm hoping. I actually have a list of characters that I want to make someday.
Let's do it. That's where it's at. Harry and the Henderson, or do Sam Malone from Cheers.
Man, I don't want to get Ted Danson on my butt.
I would do things like that.
He seems like a nice guy. He wouldn't be.
You never know.
That'd be funny.
So I'm working on those. I'm actually working. I'm waiting on approval. I did some figures, or I'm doing some figures for a friend's friend for their wedding, and so I'm working on a head sculpt right now for that. But I can't show it on camera because apparently the husband watches this, so I don't know.
So you totally just gave it away.
Maybe.
Well, I think I was vague enough. But the other one that I'm working on right now is actually. I'm working on a
sale, buddy.
I'm working on a Tonga Kid.
Oh, that's fun.
For one of my buds. So I'm waiting on a head sculpt to come in for that. I got the rest of the figure pretty much done on that. So that's just been sitting here waiting on the head sculpt to come in. I got to repair a Dr. Octopus. I got like 5 heads that I can paint up. I'm working on a Captain America.
Neato.
Wild life you live.
Yeah.
Where's the Thunderfrog toy?
Fun fact. Actually, in my projects bin, because I have some things that I'm working on that I was actually going to talk to you about before the show, but we'll talk about it
very rocked up.
after the show. Just saying.
Okay.
So it'll be good. And Andy Nowicki in the chat. Wowee, baby.
Wow, we so rocked up. Let's go.
I mean, you can't go wrong.
Right? So, no, I mean, yeah, it's always working on something or other, which is fun, and especially coming on here every week. You know, Matt and I are always plugging away at stuff, and having
you get
fun.
paid for it.
What?
Except you're getting paid for some of this. I'm just doing
Not this,
fun.
but making figures, yeah. Like, I was like, wait, we get paid for being on here? That's news to me.
Very
no,
rocked.
but I make some of the weird stuff.
Beard put me in charge of your paycheck. It's fine.
I knew it.
I'm depositing it for you in a very safe place.
Oh, fantastic. No, but I make the weird stuff. You know, well, Matt's working on friggin' Chance right now, so
that's true. I mean, if anybody has heard of the characters I'm making, I'm usually fairly, impressed or concerned. But
so, or like I made that Wolverine from Onslaught, and then yes. Eventually I'm gonna make a Kingpin to go with this Ben Affleck Daredevil.
Ha ha! Funny. You gotta make the Colin Farrell Deadeye.
Right?
I told him that he won't do it.
I'm working on the Michael Clark Duncan Kingpin next. So
oh wow, that's
yeah.
fun.
So that'll be pretty cool once I get to it. The trick is I want to do his like end of the movie suit, which is a white suit.
Yeah.
And it's like
you wait for them to bust out, the Kingpin suit,
Right? Oh my god. So I've been just kind of eyeing up parts going, okay, I'm gonna do this. And then I cheap out and I'm like, I don't want to pay $6 for this thing I'm gonna rip apart. And then I'm like, wait, why would I do that? The $27 in shipping, because apparently it's in Australia.
What are you trying to get now?
I think it's a JBL figure.
Oh.
And so again, like I found a couple of them and they were super cheap, but then like I was like, oh, that's not bad, and I added it to my cart, and it's like your total is $30 some odd. I'm like, what?
What's JBL toy?
I think it's, hold on, let me see if I can pick it up and I'll share it with the group. So talk amongst yourselves.
Because I think was it a Jax or was it?
It's a Jax figure.
Okay. In a white suit, huh? All right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good. With the head, you
need a white suit for JBL.
Yeah.
What? I'm confused.
Well, no, because I want to put this head, because this is actually a Jax specific head from Scorpion King.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I'm gonna put that on a Ruthless Aggression suited body, so it'll actually be taller than the Daredevil. Like it'll actually look substantially taller.
Very cool.
Oh no, it's a deluxe aggression. I didn't realize that. That thing's gonna be gigantic.
That's okay.
Whoops.
The body?
Yeah. So here.
Don't you want a bigger body?
If you did like scaling of one next to another,
it's gonna look goofy.
Kingpin would be like 8 feet tall. Here we go. Hold on. I'll do this.
I thought he was, dude.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So here we go. Boop.
Oh,
there we are.
Oh,
okay. Yeah. I remember that.
Yeah. So
those weird pant cuffs.
Yeah, it was always weird because it's like, so they have tapered legs and apparently are not well, taped, or not taped, but
not tailored particularly well.
Yeah. So that's been one that's been on the list of parts. So I always kind of keep an eye out. So.
Well, do I have time to show one last toy?
Dude, we
got a whole other hour if you can stick around.
Yeah, what?
What? We're on till 10, buddy.
If you can stick around.
2 hours?
But yeah, if not, that's cool too.
Sure. It's okay, all right.
Yeah, we don't want to. If you got
Well,
places to be and
I-
people to rock, then you know.
very
Yeah, if you
cool.
gotta go and stop bad dudes, you just let us know.
see.
It's no worries.
Well, I'll show one more toy with you, dudes. You know,
Right on.
and because it's a special one for Austin 316 Day, which I was just saying to a friend. It's like it's the only weird day holiday I actually celebrate.
Yeah.
I actually like care. I'm like, oh, it's Austin 3. I should probably watch some Austin 316. Yeah, okay. Anyways, it's not just Austin, but some key
Ooh,
players. Yeah, very cool.
that's awesome.
King of the Rungs. You got Stone Cold, Bret Hart, Ahman Johnson, and the referee. And it's Harvey Whippleman in the picture as referee, but they don't
Yeah.
look like Harvey Whippleman.
No, I think it's supposed to be Mike Chioda,
Yeah.
if I remember correctly.
He's throwing a poo.
Yeah.
Very cool. Stone Cold opted not to wear his wrestling gear. I don't know why. Everyone else is. So I guess they're trying to symbolize Stone Cold's running in on Bret Hart and Ahman Johnson to open up a can of whoop ass.
And I think that was the first ladder to ever be released in figure form.
Oh.
Because it's the yellow ladder, right?
Yep, history.
Yeah, man.
Would you
Between
look
that
at
and like the chair. What?
Bonkers. Yeah.
Would you look at that?
Oh, and it's like a
The
painter's
back's
ladder
pretty
too.
cool.
That's the
back's
funny thing is it has like
cool.
the
They have an
platform at the top.
advertisement for the microphone.
Oh, that's awesome.
Gotta
Nice.
love that. Very, very cool. Announce your own World Wrestling Federation events with official Vince McMahon ringside microphone. The ringside microphone requires 9-volt battery. Battery is not included. The ring, which I also have in my collection, the Raw mini
Very
ring.
cool.
I love it. It's very cool. And then that's got Triple H, Goldust, Farouk, Ahman Johnson, and Mankind. Very cool stuff. Very cool stuff.
Tuck in the chat is saying that he's never read Onslaught, but that Wolverine, it looks awesome, which you know.
Oh, thank you, Tuck. I appreciate it.
It's a cool figure. Don't get me wrong. As somebody who was reading Wolverine at that time, it's traumatic.
It's not a great story arc.
It's a traumatic experience. Yes.
So Froggy, we have
what happens to Wolverine?
Oh, nothing. He just looks really dumb.
Yeah. Well, he gets all the adamantium, all the metal in his body ripped out, and literally Magneto rips it out through his pores, and he goes savage. So he looks like a beast for like about 8 months.
Oh, geez.
And then he comes back and
hurt.
Yeah, so he comes back and he's all crazy looking for a while, and I was like just that right age. It was like that and Batman Forever were going on at the time, and I was like, "This is amazing."
That was when I started reading Wolverine. Was right.
Yeah,
I think it was. Man. I think it was because he had the adamantium sucked out of him. He had the bone claws for a while.
Yeah,
and then they tried to put the adamantium back into him, and it went weird. And then he went all.
Is that what? Okay.
Yeah, because it was that. Do I
remember correctly? There's a toy with bone claws.
Oh yeah, there's a few of them.
Yeah,
there was that bit with the Dark Riders in Genesis.
Yeah,
like
one. Well, that's how he gets his adamantium back. Is he becomes one of the Horsemen of Apocalypse?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a weird deep dive into really
Wolverine history from the '90s. Yeah, but he dressed like a ninja, sort of.
So yeah, it was a good time. Well, because he was Scourge, I think was his name.
Well, he was just Death.
No, but I thought they called him something besides just Death at that time. Anyways, so Froggy, we have a lightning round of questions, but I figure if you got the time and you don't mind,
let's do it.
All right. So, Froggy, as a little tadpole, what was your first wrestling memory?
me think. It's got to be. This is hard. I'm trying to scale back. Um, the first. Well, maybe not necessarily the first memory, but how about the first, more or less the first time that I was like, um, wrestling is cool, and I couldn't like turn away, and it was the most important thing ever in the
Yeah.
world. And that's when Stone Cold beat up Bret the Hitman Hart with a chair on his leg all night, like for probably an hour straight, attacking Bret Hart. He attacked him in the ambulance. He attacked him in the ring. He just beat them, and it was gripping. It was very gripping. It was, yeah. That's when it was like, oh right, that's that. Like, it's not my first memory. I'm sure there's first memories of me watching certain things like Royal Rumble stick out to me more than anything. Like Psycho Sid and Shawn Michaels in Texas. Was that a Royal Rumble?
I think so.
I think they had a Royal Rumble match. Yeah, but those memories, larger than life characters, so many colors. I think that's the worst thing about wrestling right now. It's not that there's it's all too serious, or they just got rid of the color too. It's not color.
Well, it's let it. I mean, I'm in favor
everybody
of Sirius. I mean, Sirius has its place.
Yeah, Sirius is very entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but Sirius like people don't like they don't have color.
Wrestling can
it's just very
wrestling is ridiculous. Let it be ridiculous sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and I that's what I love, and I love the magic. The first, actually, I got this. The first in your house I remember ever renting was the Hog pin match. Godwin, Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus the Godwin, and that right there was colorful. That's what I mean by colorful.
Yeah.
People showed more ass, they in the sense of like they were willing to be, goofy, and that's. I think that's kind of everybody's cool now,
Yeah. Was I the only one who didn't realize Henry O. Godwin was called Henry O. Godwin because it was short, or it was the long form of hog?
Same thing with Phineas.
Yeah.
Wow. Phineas something Godwin. I can't remember his middle name.
Yeah, it was like Phineas Ignatius Godwin, so it was Pig.
Interesting. I did not know.
But all right. So that is your first wrestling memory. What is the first? Well, I guess you just said the first match that you remember is that hog pen match, right?
Yep, absolutely. That's it. It just sticks out to me. It was very it's very, very. It was crazy. It was goofy. It was over the top. I remember watching that. Like, I remember it too well. Like, it's like been with me for a very long time.
Yeah. All right. So up next.
That's how memories work, right?
Yeah. You remember what's important, or it's important to you, So what was your favorite match? And we can do this in a couple different ways. You can do favorite match from when you were a kid, now, forever, one of those things, or we could even do let's do top 3.
Okay, all right, that's cool. Let's do top 3 matches that mean the most.
Yeah.
Well, not in any, well, maybe I guess in particular order. We'll start with it's going to have to be Hell in a Cell, Undertaker Mankind. That changed my life forever. Very entertaining, very what it means to, whether it was the right choice or not, just to, put your body through that and have those things happen. But to do something that you felt was right for the people and the entertainment is the most beautiful thing and the most like sacrifice you can give to the business. And I love that. Number two. Number two. Let's go with best pure wrestling match that I enjoy to just go back to, and it gets me just real riled up, just real rocked up. Is going to have to be uh this is very hard.
We'll put you on the spot.
That's why it's the
You
lightning
know,
round.
lightning round. Your brain just freeze.
Yeah.
I guess I will have to go. It was just, it's so entertaining, and again, two dudes just kind of going out there and putting it on all on the line. It was, I don't know what takeover it, but it's Sasha Banks and Bailey,
Oh yeah.
and they attempt either a hurricanrana or something off the top rope, very high risk maneuver, but it was something that just made you feel that, wow, this is, they're painting their poetry, they're trying to make everything matter, and it was beautiful. I love that, and that's a very good magical match, and it's current match, so there you go. And then last top match, Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, WrestleMania 13 submission match, favorite match of all time. It just, I can close my eyes and see everything. It means the most to me. So much just education of wrestling, and you could feel, Bret Hart's whole career and legacy, and Austin's whole career legacy up to this point, and they, tore it down. It's very, very
The ring psychology in that match is insane.
entertaining. Very good stuff. Yeah, beautiful. It's beautiful, and it's brutal. But that's me. Sometimes you have to crack bad dude with chair across skull, or bad dude with bell cross head, or choke bad dude with cable wire, or they pulled out everything. Very good stuff. And King Shamrock was there for the ride.
Yeah. Is it weird? Like I sometimes I forget about Ken Shamrock, and then I think about just how many storylines he was involved in during the Attitude Era. Like, it's wild.
He was very important. He was a very important tool that they put everywhere, because he had a big name and he had a big draw, and he had a big attitude to the sport. I always liked Ken Shamrock, and I think he did very good. And I think he would have made very good world champ. If Kurt Angle and Brock Lesnar could do it, I think Ken Shamrock could do it.
See, the funny thing is, where so many people knew Ken Shamrock, I didn't know Ken Shamrock as a kid, but my cousins were super into powerlifting and Strongest Man. So Mark Henry was that guy that I thought was the guy when especially during the Attitude Era, and I was always like, oh man, come on, give him a shot. And lo and behold, was he three-time world heavyweight champion?
Yeah. Well, he stuck with it, and he became world champ. Very cool, Mark Henry. Yeah. He is something that no one else can do. Whether you're a shoot fighter in the UFC, punching people bare knuckle, or you're lifting cars over your head. That's a magic. The quote unquote gimmick rates itself. Baby.
Yeah. I will always think of him rolling frying pans on screen. When they'd make him do the goofiest stupid things like that. But all right, next question. So we did the favorite matches that you've seen. What are the favorite matches you've been in?
Oh wow. One match I very much liked. it was King of Trios a few years ago. Uh, Wrestling with few Princess Kimberly and Oleg the Usurper, and basically that whole tournament itself was pretty magical to Thunderfrog. But the first match of that tournament, I got to step in ring with three very good warriors that were leaving to bigger and brighter places and stepping into the spotlight of WWE. And, it was us against Drew Gulak, Cedric Alexander, and Johnny Gargano. And it was the main event, and baby, was I rocked up. Yeah, that match was pretty magical. I loved it.
That was Team Cruiserweight Classic, right? Because all of them had been in there, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, being able to do that and be one of the last indie matches for those dudes it was very So.
Cool.
And I had a lot of fun, if you feel, I felt at home with the best in the world at the time, so it was very fun. Also, another match in wrestler, I love to wrestle or invite. Me and Jacob Savage had a very, very, very fun three-way dance in the middle of some farm day festival in small town US of A, and I believe there was no bottom rope, and we went out there and we wrestled like we were having our WrestleMania moment, and it was a blast. Yeah, I had lots of fun doing that. But my favorite match of all time would have to be me, Wildcat, against North Star Express Poo at First Ave for the tag team titles. We did not win on this day, but boy, the crowd lost their minds, threw trash in the ring, and you felt their anger for not Captain Frog walking out with the gold, baby. But those are three magical moments and favorites of mine,
Sometime we'll have to have you and Dark Prophet or Invite on here, because he is a friend of Heel Turn Radio, as are you. So we'll have to have you guys on sometime. Maybe we can have conversations of the cornfield or something like that.
Oh yeah, we can rekindle the old spark,
Right?
He's dangerous.
That he is. All right, so we've gone through favorite matches you've been in. Now I'm going to throw kind of a curveball of a favorite match you haven't been in. What is a gimmick match that you would love to do but have not done yet?
Excellent.
Oh my gosh, the truest test I would like to have mask versus mask match, because that's you're fighting for your life, and you see if you have been worthy to bear hammer. Right now I don't have hammer, so I feel sad. But other than that, I would really I've always thought it would be fun to be in a strictly submission match.
Right on.
It's another very test of might, if you will. But really, really fun gimmick. If you want to go gimmick, let's do a boiler room brawl, baby.
Nice.
Let's get wild, Let's get creepy. Let's get spooky. Or Invite, if you're listening, boiler room brawl. Super Thunderfrog, you, baby. Let's go.
Ooh, calling you out. All right.
I think you could probably get Time Bomb to put that on the card.
Right. I just have to find a boiler room. But I was gonna say who would you want to fight in that match, but you just
Answer the
called him
question.
out. So I guess
dream opponent for Thunderfrog though is Loki, and I think that would be amazing.
Ooh.
Frog versus evil brother. Let's go, baby.
Right? Oh man. Now the real trick. Who would wear a suit?
And he's very dumb. Very dumb. Very dumb. Boxer rocks dumb. Very dumb.
All right. So you've been in some crazy cool teams, like you were mentioning King of Trios. You were in the Warriors 3. You had the Minnesota Wrecking Zoo out there with Cat and Wolf. You've been a tag team wrestler. You've been a singles wrestler. Who is one person you haven't tagged with that you would love to tag with?
Oh wow, interesting.
And this can be anywhere. This can be big leagues, indies, overseas.
Living or dead?
Easy. Great Sasuke.
Great Sasuke?
Nice.
Yes, he has magic like no other I've ever seen. He harnessed power, and it's amazing. If you put us on team together, holy, wowie. Sonic Boom, Hammer Drops, you got it all, baby.
Across the board, man. Across the board.
Thunderfrog lifts up barrel, Sasuke inside.
Ooh, Donkey Kong style.
Yeah, baby.
Yep. All right. So now that we've gone through the squared circle, we're gonna step into from the big Meng down to the tiny Meng and talk a little wrestling figures. We already kind of went into your history of wrestling figures with your Ultimate Warrior, your Vader, some of your awesome collection that you already got a chance to show us. What is that one figure that is just out of reach, that grail figure for you?
Oh man, I have to say I have it, like literally, like the blue blazer, like I said, is I think amazing. The Andy Kaufman. I have the other Andy Kaufman that's not in the double pack. It's not in the best shape. The box is not in the best shape, but and to me, that's my favorite figure of all time. It has robe, it has neck brace. And it's funny because he was not. I don't want to say he wasn't really a wrestler. He wasn't, but he changed the sport so much and put this magic into it that I really love. So, but other than that, wow, there's some Bam Bam Bigelow and Vader classic. Those are very, very cool, and I've kept my eye out for those. But other than that, like, I'm happy, and also I'm one of those people that you don't know you want something so bad
until you see it.
And you're like, I need it, and like that, like all of my toys, I'm like, it clicks, it's not I need to buy it because maybe, or I buy it only because I feel deep in my heart that and with that said, I've bought some dumb toys too. Like I was like, why did I buy this? But mostly every toy I have is like this.
You have an attachment to it.
Speaks to me, and it's so weird to say that about something like but it does,
No, that's not weird at all. I mean, not to us. I mean, well, we can all be weird together if it's weird.
Yeah, I dig it, But like that's what I would never call it toy hunting because that sounds like you don't have love for that toy. Why would you hunt? You don't hunt for something you love, and that's what I do. I like
calling it
I fall in love.
There you go. Toy Falls.
You know, exactly.
It's like Trust Falls, but
I
toys.
fall in love with my dudes, you know, and that's what it is.
Right on. And so we mentioned the classic superstar style Super Thunderfrog that is muy wanted by you. What rendition of Super Thunderfrog would you like? You want modern? You want classic? Perhaps farmer?
Oh, farmer would be so cool. But
why not? I mean, do a 3-pack,
right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Then now forever.
Many faces of frog, you know. No,
Right
that's
on.
funny. That's real funny. I think I've seen someone had the original Thunderfrog outfit made, and it looked amazing. Like it was I believe an elite, and it looked really really cool. But you know, Super Atomic Thunderfrog gear is very very cool. But I think you hit the nail on the head. Farmer Frog would probably be the most entertaining. You don't know.
The packaging could be like that Slim Jim Macho Man, but it'd be buttermilk.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yep, uh-huh. The carton of milk.
Solid.
Yep. Carton of
Well,
buttermilk.
that kind of concludes our lightning round of questions. Like, I don't know. What do you want to talk about, man? I mean, you know, Matt and I are just sitting here putzing on figures and stuff. Like, what is the Super Atomic Thunder Frog dig on? What is your current jam? Like, what are you listening to? What are you watching?
Man, you're hitting me with the hard questions. You know, other than I'm getting obsessed with toys. You know, I spend a good amount of looking around on internets and such and auctions. I've slowed down quite a bit. You know, money does not grow on trees. You know, but what I get into is, and then now I'm into t-shirts too. You know, vintage t-shirts.
Oh yeah.
Which I have a Lash LaRue t-shirt that I'm just trying to find any human being in the world to like give a price on that they've heard of this shirt. And I talked to all these collectors and they're like, never heard of that, man. Very cool. And like, okay, then that means it's rare. Buy it. It's Lash LaRue. And, that's another thing. But you know, other than that, you know, I just been kind of hunkering down, trying to just, you know, not breathe in this sick air that we have on this planet right now. Trying to do my part, you know. Hopefully, stand in shape. You know, I have.
You've been doing the kickboxing videos on Instagram.
Oh yeah, doing a little froggy style, trying to get everybody a little motivated. You know. More or less, I did those videos because I want everyone to know, you know, when Frog comes back, you better watch your head because I'm coming for it, baby.
Take it right off.
But you know, I just staying in shape, hanging out with my dogs, you know, Bebop and Levi, you know.
Literally dogs.
My literal dogs, you know. You got to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to assimilate to the human life when you're on Earth, you know. So you know, when you walk around and you see Thunderfrog, you not see Thunderfrog, you see his dogs and happy life, you know. It's very cool. But the one show I have been watching is I've been rewatching Big Love. So don't even ask me any questions about that show. But it's very good.
From the chat, any new shirts in the works?
Ooh, correction. Any new frog shirts in the works?
Fair.
Well, I did that run of Frog Fights Many Faces of Fear.
Which is a great shirt.
Yes, thank you very much. It even glows in dark. You know, other than that, no. I haven't been wrestling, so I just kind of like, I don't need t-shirts right now. But if you like pro wrestling tees, I got t-shirt there. And you know, go buy, you know. Very rocked up.
Dude, you know what you got to get in on? I saw Pro Wrestling Tees is starting to do sneakers. like chucks, like custom chucks.
What?
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, some Super Thunderfrog chucks would be dope.
I'm not big famous enough for that yet, but
Yet being the
I
keyword.
don't
one
know.
day,
I think there's lots of people around here who would disagree, but fair.
thank you, very sweet. Love you. Ace, I would love, that would be very pretty, green, sparkly, gold shoes. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But one day, frame, absolutely.
It'll be awesome.
Very cool.
But yeah, man. So I mean, usually we just kind of sit around and we talk toys and talk wrestling. So
very cool.
If you got some bad dudes you got to go take out, do it up. But if you want to stick around and hang out, we're gonna be on for another 25 minutes or so.
I do have some bad dudes, and these doggies they gotta go on walks sometime too, But I want to thank you guys very, 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 very much for having me on your show. I had a lot of fun talking toys. Very cool. Good way to spend 316 day. Oh hell yeah! What?
What?
But I would love absolutely to come on and show you more of my collection and talk shop again.
Yes, please do.
Very, very cool. Maybe we can we'll do a live paint by numbers with Frog.
There we go.
Oh, that would be awesome. Yes, we can all hang out in the garage.
We'll take Froggy to school.
Yeah,
I like.
It'll be good. So, Froggy, where can people find you on social media? Plug the living daylights out, man.
I'm on Twitter at Super Thunderfrogger, I believe, probably. And then I'm on Instagram at probably Super Thunderfrog, probably. Or you can Google me. I stumbled on Pod Google and I Googled and I was like, wow, you can literally everything I said is right there. Wow,
there we go.
Yeah, very rocked up. Yeah, come say hi, give me love. I give you love. We talk toys. Maybe we do some trades. You never know. Frog feels froggy. If you're looking for something that you never thought you were looking for, maybe I can make dream come true.
Like a Lash LaRue T-shirt.
Like a Lash LaRue T-shirt. You got that right, baby.
Right on. Well, we'll talk to you soon, Froggy. We'll have you back on soon, and you go take care of them bad dudes. You take care of them puppies, and thank you so much for coming on, man.
Yes, been great. Great to see you, man.
Thank you for having me. I'll see you all
Froggy.
soon. Stay rocked up.
Stay safe. All right. Well, that was awesome.
Super Thunderfrog, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not in the local wrestling scene or into, I suppose, Chikara from an era that I'm sure Dave would know off the top of his head, wonderful wrestler, totally rocked up dude.
I still got to get this to him somehow. As long as that Nordic dude doesn't come after me, I'm good.
Throg might want it.
Nah.
He's back. Thought they were going to kill him. They didn't.
Not yet.
Good call. They won't. Not now. If they were going to, they would have. I am honestly, now that the Thunderfrog is gone, we can drive everybody away by talking about what's happening in the Thor comic right now.
Oh God.
But no, I will say I am liking this story a lot. Like, if again I see so many people on message boards or Facebook groups or whatever who they'll read the solicitation and they'll be like, "This is the terriblest thing ever," and I hate it. And it's like, you weren't going to read it anyway, so just shut up. But like, if somebody had told me the solicitation of the current Thor run, which I'm not going to spoil for anybody, it's worth checking out. But if anybody was like, "Here's what's happening," I would have been like, "That's awful. Why are you doing that?" But it's super good.
Monster. Oh man, yeah. No, I actually went to the comic shop today doing the hot comics and collectibles video, and I was surprised. I only walked away with 2 books. Like I thought, because it's a big
Oh,
week, but it's a big week for a lot of big books that
yeah.
I'm trying real hard to kind
To
of
stay away.
focus
Have
in.
you read the new Amazing?
Yeah, I like it. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I think I mean, here we are streaming, so I thought it was a fun concept to play with for
Oh, for
Spidey.
sure. I mean,
Um, and I like that they're further, you know, because it was really crap. Was it Zdarsky?
yeah,
Yeah, who really kind of launched the whole Jonah Peter relationship.
yeah,
Um, and I really liked that.
yeah,
And I'm glad to see um, Spencer, picking it up.
yeah. No, I'll be really curious to see where some of this goes. There was a couple of things that they were doing where it legit had me scratching my head, so I'm excited about that. I'm gonna mute myself for a moment because I'm gonna Dremel real quick.
No, that's
So,
fair.
pardonnez-moi.
Yes, so I'll just recap the story while Dave Drummel's here for those of you who care. And it's not much of a spoiler because they get to it right away. So yeah, Spider-Man has a new suit. It's blue and white or silver, I guess. And the conceit behind the suit is that he is basically a Twitch streamer. He wears the suit. You pay your subscription fee, and you can see him fight crime and hear him, make jokes and stuff through his own eyes, sort of. And if you, got your bits or whatever, Twitch currency exists. I don't know anything about Twitch. Here I am on Twitch. Hooray, I don't know anything about it. You can, submit jokes for him to say in his, fight against criminals and things like that. Spider-Man did not want to do it, but he's broke. So he took the job and is now a superhero Twitch streamer. And I think it's actually a fairly fun spin on the character. And him being Peter Parker, it will blow up in his face in short order, I'm sure. And I look forward to that. It's going to be excellent. Or not. Whatever. I'm there for the ride, one way or the other. Let's see here. So, he's still drumming, or he's turning
I'm back.
He's back?
Oh, God.
Good.
Wow.
Just in time. I was running out of stuff to say. I was going to have to interact with the chat.
Oh, my God. Well,
but if you are watching and on the various things, welcome to anybody who is joining us for the first time via Facebook Live or YouTube. Or if you have watched the show before, but one of those platforms is better for you, glad we could accommodate. Please let us know how you like it, because we'll probably just keep doing it. I don't think it's really out of our way.
No, we're just giving it a go and seeing how things go, because we're technically streaming in 3 places at once, so we're really maxing out that sweet bandwidth. But
I mean, give it a go and see how it went. Fine so far, at least for us. And I think Frogger's issues were related to Frogger and not the triple stream.
No, we're good. We're good. It's I was so stoked that we could get him on. He's a busy dude, so
he is.
Nice to get him on as long as we did. So
I was very glad he was able to join us. Yes, if you're on any of those platforms, let us know what you think. And if you're checking us out for the first time, thank you so much. And in those chats, please feel free to ask us questions about customizing, or if you care about our thoughts on wrestling or comics or toys or any of that, we will be more than happy to answer. I did see Electrifying One, aka Leonard Literacy, mentioning again his desire for a Moreland figure, and I really do hope that now that they have the tooling.
Yeah, I have no doubt there'll be one, and I'm sure they'll take their sweet time to get to it. But
I had heard suggestion that he might be a Build-A-Figure. I don't know that he needs to be one.
I would actually love him to be a Build-A-Figure, because I think that'd be pretty cool. But honestly, I would love the Weaver.
Yes,
of the Web of Life to be the Build-A-Figure.
Absolutely, or failing that, old school Madam Web. with a build a crazy chair thing. That would be well. That's not gonna. I don't know how that figure got made by Toy Biz. So that's I don't think that's.
They were literally making everybody.
Yeah, but they weren't though. I mean, think of the big name characters that Toy Biz never did, or like only did as like a crappy repaint, like Moon Knight.
Yeah.
It took forever to get a decent Sandman out of them, though they did do several good ones. But yeah, that Toy Biz line, it was really a lot of like, or just even all the X-Men. They never did Toad. Not that Hasbro seems to be doing one either.
Which I can't figure out. Like, that's such a... I mean, he was such an important member of the Brotherhood and everything that it's, like, just weird to me.
Well, and his 90s version could be done with mostly existing tooling.
Yeah.
I mean, I got to figure he's going to happen someday, but yeah, it's just weird to me they haven't hit him yet. Especially since the Toy Biz Legends one was not a legend and has aged horribly.
Yeah. Well, most of that figure was reuse of Hobgoblin parts, if I remember correctly.
No, it was an all-new sculpt.
Was it?
Yep, but it was intended for an entirely different line.
Oh, okay.
They were going to do a series of, like, evolution
sets.
Yeah,
the 2-packs. The comic
2-packs for the X-Men movie. And those all got canned, and the Wolverine in Legends 3?
Yeah.
Was also going to be for that line, which is why the scaling is so jacked. Because they took that figure, and why his articulation is weird, because they just added articulation to that existing figure. So it was supposed to be like more or less static, like that Toad is.
Wow.
Yeah.
I remember some of those came out, though. I think the Wolverine might have came out, but they came out later.
Yeah, and I know they did famous covers versions, too.
Yeah.
Those 2-packs. That was another crazy line. I do hope someday we get a Legends Aunt May, but...
Someday.
I mean, I guess I'm okay with them, holding off and doing it now, because, I bet if they do it now, she'll come with wheat cakes or something. So
Very true. Man, I'm not gonna lie. I thought about making a custom one, and I have some of the New Day with the pancakes.
Oh, the pancakes, yeah.
And I legit was thinking about, like, maybe I could use those as wheat cakes. And
well, nobody knows what wheat cakes even are, so yes, you could.
I mean, wheat cakes are flapjacks. I have the official Aunt May recipe.
Wheat cake recipe?
Yeah.
And that's from Untold Tales of Spider-Man Annual, I believe.
Yep. And you know what? They're not good. They're I take that back. They're not. It's not that they're not good. It's just that they're not good.
Aunt May is rolling in her grave.
She's still alive.
She's right now, yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yet.
Spider-Man is racked with guilt somewhere. Then.
Yeah, he does that. The actually the King in Black special that came out today, the Spider-Man King in Black special was the one that I read at the shop, and we'll go pick up tomorrow for New Comic Day. But it starts out with the very cliche, like, "Oh my God, it's all my fault," and I was like, "No, like, please just stop doing this stupid trope." And it's very well done. I will leave it at that because I don't want to spoil anything.
I mean, speaking of Zdarsky, I did like what he did with that in the Howard the Duck run, which I don't quite clearly remember now, but it played off that so well. And I also like that they were just like, he was like, yeah, I'm going to have Aunt May be Howard the Duck's secretary. And Marvel was like, yes, do that. Why sure, why not? I gotta dig that series up and read it.
That series, though, like there was so much shit like that where it was just like, wait, what? Like,
yeah, it was great.
Do what now?
and Joe Quinones,
just killing it.
I mean, if I buy Superman 78, he'll be the reason, because I just don't have a huge attachment to the Christopher Reeve. I mean, I've seen it, of course, because I'm a comic fan of an age where there was like 3 superhero movies you could watch.
Yeah. Well, he's on the Batman one, not the Superman one.
Oh, that's right. Never mind then. Perfect.
Yeah, buddy. Ooh. This
Then I can skip through
Raphael
95.
ended up shaping up real quick.
That's coming along. And did you
Oh,
see that new?
I started painting the gore.
Ha! Did you see that new comic 4-pack they're trying to get us to buy those molds again with?
Oh God, yeah. No, it's not these ones this time. It's the
No, it's not. But
the cartoon.
the cartoon classics, yeah. Ugh.
Yeah, and it's just like, man, come on, get some new material.
I don't know. I mean, I feel part of me feels like they're just seeing what NECA is doing, and they're like, we're not even going to try.
See, I don't even know if it's that. I feel like they're seeing what NECA's doing, and they're just like, we're gonna throw anything at the wall that resembles that, because those are selling great. And
They don't have because there's no cartoon or anything right now, is there?
No.
So they're just biding their time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing is that there's like what was it that just got announced?
That movie 4-pack that they totally botched.
What? Oh yeah, that one's rough. No, they just announced Loyal Subjects is in that like 5-inch line.
Oh yeah, the BST AXN, yeah.
Yeah. That one. They're doing they're basically look like the SH Figure Arts like Redux.
Yeah, but they're smaller.
Yeah, they're 5-inch because everything in that
I
line
guess
is 5-inch.
those would technically scale with, unless they're scaled to 5-inch, in which case they'd be closer to 4-inch.
No, everything in that line is 5 inches.
Okay, so wouldn't those technically kind of be Marvel Legends scale turtles?
Kind of. I would be very curious to see how they end up looking in production, because I recently saw a picture of that line starting to show up, and I'm not gonna lie, I was not very impressed. Like, with
I mean they're Walmart exclusive, I believe.
Are they?
Maybe e-tail. But so they're light on paint, which isn't necessarily a death knell. I got because I wanted to see how they were. I got the Spike Spiegel.
Oh, right.
Just to try the line out, and also in case, like, well, I know Figuarts isn't going to do the entire Bebop crew. Maybe they will on this line, and they're not. But
yeah.
So I'm like, I'll get Spike.
That's I think my biggest problem with this line is it's that where it's like, oh, there's a possibility that they could do a lot more care. Oh, no, never mind. Just kidding.
Right. Well, and that's what finally got me to buy another one, because I bought the Spike and I wasn't impressed. The paint wasn't great, and then they say, on the packaging even, that they're going to have all these points of articulation. I think probably just because his arms are skinnier.
Yeah.
He has no bicep swivels or any kind of swivel, like not like the elbow joint where he swivels at the elbow either. So that I'm like, well, that's dumb, and I won't buy that. But they did in their big batch of announcements. They didn't have pictures, but they said they were going to actually do more Big Trouble in Little China figures.
Oh, dope.
So they're doing Lopan and they're doing Jack Burton. And I was like, oh, crap, I'm going to have to buy those, even if they're subpar, because I don't have any of those characters in my collection. And the only figures that are out there are either pretty crappy or expensive or both.
Yeah.
So I ended up picking up, let's see, where did I put it? Because I didn't want, for whatever reason, they're like, oh, yeah, we're totally going to do Big Trouble in Little China. And then they led with Lightning.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right. So anyway, I picked up Lightning because I'm like, I know now that they've announced these, the minute I go and try and find one, I won't be able to get one anymore. And it's actually, so he's got bicep swivels, which is a plus. The paint's not great. It feels like, paint quality wise, it feels a lot like a Hasbro G.I. Joe.
Oh, okay.
So it's decent, but it's nothing. It's not what you're maybe used to.
Yeah.
As the type of collector, the type of stuff we collect. So it's not bad, but
Here, hold on. I'll make you big.
Yes.
There you go. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
No, that's okay.
painting that sweet, sweet gore right now, so my brain's like just zoning in on that.
Yeah, let's see if I can get to even focus here. Anyway, he's solid. And they gave him extra hands and all the accessories. You know, the knife sheath works, and
Nice.
he's got the little the weird ass freaking he's got swappable hands with the little weird like spinny fork things.
Oh, nice.
That actually come off. Of course, it won't focus anymore. So you know it's fine. And again, because I need a Jack Burton, I'll buy the rest of the. I'm at least in for Big Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
And see what else they want to give me. That's halfway decent.
Oh, that's cool. I dig it.
Yeah. So, and then I want to say they're like $15-$16. So it's not like they're super cheap either.
Yeah. Well, that's I don't know. Like I said, I'm hesitant on them. They're cool, but
well, and for me, you know, and I guess probably for you too.
Yeah.
So maybe not. But how many turtles do I need?
Well.
In how many different formats?
Hey, now let's not make this personal, okay?
No. I mean, I'm right there with you. I got the new freaking Super Shredder, and I was like, did I need to get that?
Yeah.
And the answer was no.
Yeah.
And I've got it now, and it's like, all right, well, it's in my collection, but I should have just held. I saw it in the store, and I'm like, and the newness of it, got me, and I was like, that was dumb, Matt, because it looks barely any different than the other one. But I am excited for that Loot Crate.
Yeah, man.
Did you end up sticking with just the one?
Yeah, I'm just doing Danny. I was thinking about going back, and I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm trying really hard to, you know, stay focused in my collecting and whatnot, and that was an easy one where I'm like, well, that's like what, $150 extra for figures that I'm like, Scrat, I think was not Scrat. Yeah, Scrat.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Scrat.
Yeah, like I'm like, it's cool, but you know, the Mutant Shredder.
He appeared in like, you know, 3 whole episodes of the cartoon, sort of.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that where it's just trying to figure out stuff.
Oh, absolutely. Have they shown the Mutant Shredder yet?
No.
Okay.
Mutant Shredder they haven't shown.
So it's just him then, because they've shown
and Dark Turtle they haven't shown.
Oh, Dark Turtle, yeah, because they haven't. Yeah, I know they've shown Armagon, who's a little too pixely for me, but I'm still happy to get him. I totally forgot that I had played it until I saw, people posting about it. I'm like, oh, I did play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters. That game sucked.
Yeah, it was not great. That's for damn sure.
I played it because it was turtles.
Yeah.
Just like I played Masters of Terras Kasi because it was Star Wars. That sucked too.
Yeah.
So that one more in retrospect. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Tournament Fighters sucked at the time.
See, I remember going and renting Tournament Fighters and like freaking out.
Oh yeah, I never owned it. I just rented it. I might have it now though.
I definitely don't have it now. I know that much.
I'd have to look through my drawers because I worked at Savers for a few years, and it was in that sweet spot where people were getting rid of
everything.
8 and 16-bit game stuff, and before there was much of a collector market for it.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh yeah, somebody just donated 30 Nintendo games. And I'd be like, cool, I'm just going to put my name on all of those and buy those at half off.
Nice.
So yeah, I've got...
Take it and run.
A fair amount. Well, it was a weird time too, because like I remember, obviously the Super Nintendo had not been in stores for a while, but for some reason the Targets in St. Cloud, or one of them, I don't know if they found a bunch in the back, but they had a bunch of Super Nintendo games, and they were selling them for like discounted prices because a lot of those games when they came out were the same price as games now.
Yeah.
So I got like Super Metroid, Link to the Past, and freaking X-Men Mutant Apocalypse.
Oh man, I love that game.
All for like in the original box, new from the store.
Yeah.
For like $10-15 a piece.
Nice.
And this was in like 2004 or something.
Oh dang. Freaking cool.
Yeah, it's just one of those weird deals where it's like, all right, I don't know why these are here, but I'm gonna buy them.
They're here for a reason, and I don't know why, but I'm totally for it.
Yeah. Same thing with I don't know if it was the same place, same Target, but there was like a bunch of the Genesis games around. So it's like, all right, cool. I'll pay $10 to get Castlevania Bloodlines and Contra Hardcore.
Yeah.
In those crappy late generation Genesis cardboard boxes.
Yeah. Oh man, memories.
Those have not worn well.
No, not in the least bit. And I am about to do a splatter effect on this that I have not done in a very long time. So we'll see how this goes.
The splats. That sounds really gross, actually.
I was gonna say, dude, there are kids watching. I mean, I don't know if there's actually kids watching, but
we'll pretend there are. I did have Taco Bell for lunch, but
oh.
See, I feel like you could just do an ASMR with this.
Hey, oh.
Wait, what?
I don't know. Although now it looked like I massacred someone with my X-Acto knife. Womp womp. Oh gosh, that's whoops. Went a little overboard. Oh man, I got paint fucking everywhere.
Well, it's not like you're right next to your collection or computer or anything.
Did I get any? No, I didn't get any on any soft goods, so I'm good there.
I've done that in the past where I'm like, I'm going to work on this custom. Oh god, there was a figure that wasn't supposed to be customized behind that.
Yeah, whoopsies. Well, see, the thing with this one is it's like, okay, I just have to make it look nasty, and then I'm going to go back and like take it back a little bit, if that makes sense.
Yep, I've done that. It's such a fine line to walk, though.
Yeah. Well, this is the fun thing, too, because it's like, okay, I'm going to use my heat gun to dry all this blood, and at the same time, it's going to melt some of the plastic. So it's like, yeah,
some chunky, bubbly flesh there, yeah.
It'll be good.
All right. Well, I'm astonished and also, pleased. I'll need to do a couple more coats here, but it's coming along. I was surprised that this yellow actually went over this dark blue as well as it did.
Oh, that looks awesome. How did you make that skirt?
This is I had the Legends Black Knight, and I was like, I'll just use that. And then I had the Legends Dr. Doom, and I was like, I should just use that. He's basically a knight, and the tunic and skirt look is more like the original Black Knight than the Marvel Legend was, or the Black Knight was. Basically, the only thing out of him I was going to use was the helmet.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at the two of them. I'm like, well, but he had like the chainmail, scale mail, and the tunic. So fine. So I did. I dremeled out the entire Doctor Doom torso.
Oh dang!
Put it over the Black Knight torso. So it's Doctor Doom torso and skirt on the Legends Black Knight body. I do that all the time. It's just like, I'm going to make this exponentially more difficult for myself. And no one else would care. Yeah. But that's what I do. Same reason, like, yep, I've got Iron Fist heads, and he usually wore a weird, do-rag thing when he didn't have his knight helmet on, so I guess I'll give him an alternate head.
That's awesome.
and I don't even care about the original Black Knight.
That's
It's
why
not a character I've ever given a shit about.
That's why you're on here with us, man. You're a fucking lunatic.
I guess. I'm not the Minneapolis madman for nothing.
Right? The effervescent Minneapolis madman.
The melodic, the mellifluous.
God, this gets weird every fucking week.
Yeah, it really does. Well, I see we're coming up on our final 5 minutes here.
We are.
Anybody watching along, please, if you have any last questions or thoughts you would like to convey, pass them along.
Yes.
Anything you're looking forward to, Dave? That's been announced recently, or
right now it's that thing of I'm just trying to make it through, just getting my stuff done. I'm working on a book again that's been on hold since like last February. So that's
nice.
Awesome. I wish I could say more about it, but I technically can't. And according to my contract, I definitely can't.
So stay tuned for that, because Dave will pick the hell out of it when he can talk about it.
Exactly. So, we're getting back to work on that, which is fun. Working with a bunch of local folks on a bunch of fun projects for gear and merch. So you'll be, once the, pandemic goes down.
You did show me some cool designs that you had done. Unfortunately, our schedule did not permit them to take them on, but I will be eagerly awaiting what those look like in person when they do.
I'm real curious. Maybe after the show, I'll show you. Because I can share my screen. It'll be great. Joe in the chat. Thanks, guys. Posting my customs of Adam Cole and Mike Bennett on Kingdom Gear from Ring of Honor. Please feel free to check out. Check out his Instagram at thejoek11. I've made sure that I'm following all you. That's awesome. We'll definitely check
you so much, Joe K. Joe K, not Joe.
The Joe K.
Joe K.
11. I don't know. I'm guessing it's the Joe K11.
Or maybe it's the joke.
Oh, but it's misspelled. But maybe that's the joke. You don't know.
It could be the Joe joke,
right? Who knows? Let us know in the comments, Joe, or
stay a mystery.
Yes. Like, oh man, I have this stupid song that's stuck in my head now. Thanks, Matt.
What song did I get stuck in your head?
Oh, I don't even know the name of the song. Either works. Thanks again. Right on, man. Let me hold on. You know what? I'll pull it up. I don't think we're gonna get flagged for this. It's from the Scooby-Doo soundtrack from the live-action Freddie Prinze Jr. like Sarah Michelle Gellar movie.
Are they still married?
They are. It's called Life's a Mystery, and it's apparently downloading.
All right.
Well, never mind.
I wouldn't have known it anyway. So
that's fair. But yeah, we are coming up on the end of the show. And so real quick before we sign off, I gotta move my camera back over. Hello. Oh man, Frogger didn't even notice. I got one of his masks back there that he used to sell at the gimmick table. But thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in.
Yes.
We will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel, next Tuesday, 8 to 10 o'clock. King Ginger will be joining us again. The following week, the King Zebra himself, Uncle Rob Page, will be joining us, and we'll be going from there. All of our social media and whatnot, if you want to give us the old follow, is in the comments up above. I will drop it in again right here. Matt, tell the good people where to find you.
If you're looking at my custom stuff, the stuff I worked on tonight, whenever I get it done and take pictures of it, which, knowing me, could be tomorrow or a month from now. HypnoHustlers_customs at Instagram. You can find me at HypnoHustlin on Twitter, and then look for Enhancement Talent, Clothing and Gear, anywhere you get your social media, and we will be there. Again, as I say every week, I need to update our stuff, but I'm actually seeing some cool pictures coming out of people wearing our gear. So it will be worth making some galleries and whatnot soon. David.
Yes, sir. So, as always, I am Diamond Dave Wheeler of Heel Turn Radio. You can find me on Twitter at Dave Wheeler. You can find me on Instagram at Dave_Wonder952. That's me, because there's too many damn Dave Wheelers in this world. You can find some of the awesome books and stuff that I work on over at mindwavecomics.com. Feel free to throw follows at all of us at Heel Turn Radio to follow along for all sorts of fun wrestling-related action. Yeah, tune into Twitch. We always have some fun stuff going up. Until next time, folks, thank you so much for tuning in. We've had a ball. Hopefully we'll see you back here same time next week for all of the awesome goodness. And
now that you've brought it up that there are too many Daves, I want to see a Jet Li's The One style thing with all the multiversal Daves.
There's one like this. There's one without a beanie. There's one without a beanie. Anyways, good night, everybody.
I just remember because it was like something Law was his character's name. So there was Sven Law, which was Jet Li in a long blonde wig, and it cracked me up and lives in my brain to this day. So Sven Wheeler, alternate universe Dave, coming
good night,
at you.
everybody.